Blitz Esports releases new videos every week. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out.
I like the left click boop one, left click E. I think that's very good. It like knocks him farther. And it can knock him up in the air too, and you can get some cool air shots. What I do to warm up with Pharah is there's one bot that's near the edge. It's kind of like away from the moving bots on the right side. There's like one solo bot. He's like near the edge. You can left click and E him, and then he goes off the map like really high in the air, and you try and get an air shot on him. And then the other thing I do is just like stay in the air as much as possible and don't drop while you're doing that, waiting for him to respawn. And you get to learn like fuel management, and also you get to learn air shots. Other than that, like there's a grab Zarya combo, the grab barrage. You just get the bubble from her and you kill everyone. And other than that, like if there's an Arissa, you could shoot her right clicks just with regular spam. It's not a bad one. It's like a common misconception that McCree actually counters Pharah, but you can play around it pretty easily.
Damn it!
You can use the map to your advantage. Like you pretty much just hide around corners and wait for the McCree to come. It's not that hard to kill him. As long as you stay away from flashbang range, you can just go above him a little bit and just hit 2 shots. Pretty easy. I think Widow is the best counter for Pharah because it's just like one quick shot, thing comes from anywhere, you don't even know it hit you. You can't really avoid that, you know, like it's just one shot and you're dead. For me, I personally try and avoid the Widow as much as possible, and I try and like go really high up in the air with rocket jumps and then go like away from her and drop from above her, and then you can get an easy 2-shot on her.
Target eliminated.
But yeah, like other than that, you can't really do much as Widow. You have to get the surprise factor to win the 1v1. Because you know it's pretty easy for her to kill you. But other than that, I think Pharah, like a good Pharah, is the other best counter to Pharah. You just air battle all day. If a Pharah is shooting at you, you want to make sure you don't go for the team before you go for her because you're just gonna die. The #1 most important thing is movement. I think that a lot of people forget to move and they just focus on hitting rockets, but that's bad because even if you're focused on hitting rockets, you miss them. If you're not focused on dodging, you're just gonna be an easy target. In my opinion, like if a Pharah is shooting you and you just like move to the left twice instead of just ADing in the air, then it catches them off guard and they're like he has good movement, like it's hard to shoot this guy. The best for me is to get the rocket jump from the start. Like when you have full hover, you right click and the rocket jump up in the air. You get really high and then you just kind of spam space, like tap it or right click, whatever you use to stay in the air. And then you just wait for your shift to come on, you keep on shifting on cooldown. But yeah, usually like what I do if I want to get really high and stay there is I use the E along with my rocket jump, and it gets you even higher in the air. The #1 tip that I started learning is I would accidentally hold space to stay in the air. I'd accidentally hold it sometimes and it would waste like all my fuel, and then I just drop to the ground. So as long as you're like focusing on the actual bar and you're like tapping space instead of holding it, then it's pretty easy. Honestly, with that ability, like you just die no matter what. Pretty much, like there's like a 2 in 10 chance that you actually live after a barrage, and that's like with no support. But if you ask for like a bubble, like Matrix, it's easier to survive. The main tip, honestly, just waste barrage for one person. I don't go for like the 3 or 4 man plays. I just like take out one person where I'm not in line of sights, and then you know the rest of the team can't shoot me. And it's like a fair trade. I feel like it's not that good of an ult to save for bigger plays. The best tip I have is to catch people off guard with it. If they're looking at you and you barrage, then you're most likely going to die, or you're not going to get anything with it because they're aware of it. When the enemy team is pushing in, if you're defending, stay behind them and then do it from behind them above them where they don't expect it, and they'll have less time to react.
Here's a combo over top. Agilities, rains from above, 3 kills for Brady.
Best tip I can give is what I did when I started practicing here. I made a solo queue only account where I only played Pharah and just lost a lot of games, but it was worth it because I got good at her. And then also find a friend that's good at practicing with for Pharah 1v1s, because those are really helpful. You want to win the air battles and it's just easier. So yeah, what I did was I 1v1 Mangachu like 2 times a day for like 2 weeks, and we both like really tried at it and we got good.
Blitz Esports Overwatch releases new videos every week. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out.